Hello there, Cerebrum17 once again. This is my Uncharted 4 Crushing Difficulty video walkthrough. This is Chapter 22, A Thief's End. This is the moment that you're thinking, wow, is Nathan Drake going to die? Is he going to live? How are they going to end this? This is exciting. Here's a Grand Galleon. I'm getting Goonies vibes. This is going to be great. There's a nice pretty explosion, some great particulates. I like this level a lot. I think it's really interesting. In a game that's paced so interestingly as this game is, I thought that there might have been a bit more to this than there actually is, but believe it or not, all we're going to do is get onto this boat and then we're going to fight the final boss. So for people expecting some kind of Grand Galleon action, some crazy pirate stuff, pirate themed areas, we've pretty much had our fill, and the only thing left to do now is to get to Avery's treasure and see how this resolves. You may be wondering if I'm going to be featuring the epilogue. The epilogue has absolutely no challenge in it, and as much as I think it's interesting and well done, it's not going to be in the walkthrough, guys, because you don't need help to have a big nostalgia trip and a nice, happy send-off for Uncharted. You can enjoy that yourself.
There's your treasure.
But here is what we've been doing all of this for. Some crazy coins and cannons and chests and loot. Yeah. Nathan never puts it in his pockets, does he? Never has a couple coins here, a couple coins there, shoves them down his socks, you know, a little bit in his holster, wherever you want to put them, in his mouth, 2 fists full, in his pants if you want to do what Smee does in Hook. You know, it's up to you. I would have perhaps had a couple pockets full. I would have been jingling the entire final boss fight. But this is the fight, guys, and this is when it introduces controls. So, do you see how it says press triangle to dodge left, press circle to dodge right? That is it. When you do a good dodge, if he has a follow-up attack, you have to dodge it because you will not interrupt it. There's no real frame advantage in this fight. What you want to do is you want to watch for him to flinch. When you knock him back a little, that is your moment to press square. And normally, you can press square about 2 times. The third one usually misses, so don't get too overzealous because you'll start an animation and he'll beat you with frame advantage and he'll kill you. So, this is your early dodges. This is your tutorial. At the end of this, you're going to get a nice checkpoint, and then you're going to pick up the sword. So, Rafe is doing his little speech. He's entitled Boarding School Bullshit, and we're just waiting for the swing. There's the left, there's the right, there's the left. There is us stopping it, and then we're probably going to have to mash triangle here, unless this is a cutscene. Don't see no mash triangle. Is this one? Yeah, there it is. So mash your triangle. I don't think you have to break your back doing this, but it's better to be more overzealous than not. And here he comes, Rafe, with his Nicolas Cage hair. Love it. And now we're going to pick up a sword. So now this is your first checkpoint, I believe. And then this is where it gets a little bit more intensive on your blocks and things. But it's still, you know, not so bad. I died a whole bunch of times, and you probably will too, but you'll realise it's not so bad. There's me mashing square to see if I could cover the distance. There was the 2 hits. Third hit's always miss, and then he counters. So there, see how he stunned him then? That's your opening. That's when you want to hit him, when you see him do the flinch. But after that engagement, I recommend not immediately going back in, because he cut me down a bunch of times because I was too greedy. So there's a right block. There was a stun, but I was too slow. There's a counter. Wait for him. Wait on him. Let him lead. There's the right. There's the left. There's the right. There's the stun. There's your little bit of damage. And then whenever you come together like that, you want to press triangle to break the grab. And you'll do a little, maybe a little bit of damage, but you'll also stop him from hurting you. So he's blocking really well here. So there's right. There's the stun. Get him with the counter. Do your damage. There's the grab. Press triangle to get out of it. And then it's resets, you and him. I'm getting pretty aggressive here, which you can do, but you want to just be aware that it can be quite dangerous. This might be the next checkpoint. Yeah, it is, because of course I fucking died. So there is his left, there's his right, there's left again, there's right, there's the stun, there's the counter. But he's putting us on the ground. Mash a button, probably. There it is, mash the triangle. There's another quick cut on him. A little bit of a vignette. Here he comes again with the big swipes. So that was left, right, left, left, right. And that's the kind of thing, you've got to see that, guys, to stop that. Because if it looks like he's going to do left to right again and he doesn't. It's intentionally tricky to try and throw you off. There it is, left, right, right, left, left, right. And then we stun him and then we fight. So once you see it a few times, it gets a lot easier. Oh, there you see? That's proof you can survive a hit on crushing. I don't know how you survive, you just kind of do. Press triangle, get him off you. If you can't press triangle, you might... Oh, there it was. So still in the thick of it. There's the left, there's the right, there's the left, there's the right, and a left, and then he's stunned, and then this is where the camera gets a little in on the action. It's going for those green grass angles for the newborn film. But just a little bit of a back and forth. This might be it, this, once you do the triangles here. Here we go. Erratic Nicolas Cage hair.
We're done here.
Yeah, I think this is it.
My brother and we're leaving.
So once you get to this cutscene, guys, you've beat the game. There's a little bit of swimming left to do, but for the most, it's just... this is the tricky bit. And I must have died, give or take, maybe 5 to 10 times between each checkpoint, learning where to block. But when you put it all together, I think you'll agree with me when you say it's not too bad. Initially, you're like, fucking hell, this is nuts. But, you know, if you've done it a few times, if you know his animations, you should be fine. Also, you have to do some guarding here. So this is a guarding sequence in kind of a cutscene. So left, right, and then it's you. The game will not tell you where he's going to go next. So it's left, left, left again. That's, I think, left. But you might be able to do both. I tried pressing both at the same time, and it leads to you getting stabbed, so you can't cheat. That's left, that's right, that's left again, and I think that this is it.
I earned this.
The only thing in his life he's earned.
You want the treasure, Raven?
Keep it! Oh. It was so predictable. But you got him, Nathan. Good job, brother. And that's it, guys. We just have to swim to the beautiful lighting here as the music gets all solemn and Avery's legacy begins to sink into the ocean. But there it was, folks. Hopefully you found some solace in the walkthrough, even if you just needed to see it done to give yourself motivations to do it. I completely understand that. It's one of the things that I think we all need every so often when we're getting challenged. But you'll get your... I think crushing is silver in this game. I don't think it's a gold trophy, which is kind of shitty. But maybe they know there's going to be DLC where they introduce brutal and maybe rebalance some sequences, and that's going to be gold. But here come the trophies. Yeah, look, silver for crushing. That's pretty... I mean, I'm not much of a trophy guy, so I don't know if that's a big deal. But I think I'd feel a bit annoyed by that, because I think they were normally gold. And gold is just better, isn't it? It feels more impressive. But you get every difficulty too. It's kind of nuts. There you go. All the ones below. So there's none of that play the game 9 times to get everything, which is really nice and convenient. But that is the end of my walkthrough, folks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. Thank you for all the comments, the criticisms, everything. It really does mean a lot. And the next project on the channel is going to be a mixture of Star Fox, because I can finally commentate it now I'm not ill. It's going to be Dark Souls walkthrough, which I've thrown together a pretty quick run through the game, and it's going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the new Platinum game that comes out in a few days. So thank you very much for watching, and you take care now.